All right, let me ask you something a little spicy. What if your beloved bowl of rice was secretly working against your body every time you took a bite? Sounds dramatic? Maybe. But if you've ever felt sluggish, foggy, or just off after a rice-heavy meal, you're not imagining it. That innocent plate of jollof, fried rice, or even plain white rice could be behind the blood sugar roller coaster you've been riding. But hey, I get it. Rice is life. Especially if you're like me and grew up in a home where rice was practically its own food group. Here's the good news. You don't have to give it up. In fact, today I'm going to show you 7 game-changing tricks that could help you still enjoy your rice without the dreaded sugar spike crash. And trust me, some of these might surprise you. One in particular had my doctor literally do a double take. So grab a spoon, not literally, and let's dive in. Before we dive into today's rice-saving secrets, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. Because here at Timeless Cures, we're all about using natural wisdom and science to reclaim your health. First up on our list, sliding into the spotlight at number 7 is something so simple it almost feels like a joke. Rinse your rice. Really rinse it. Yeah, I hear you. I already wash my rice. But do you really? Or do you just splash it with water once and call it a day? Here's the science. Rice naturally contains a lot of surface starch. That starch can cause your blood sugar to spike faster than a toddler on soda. By thoroughly rinsing your rice until the water runs clear, you remove much of that surface starch. This can lower the glycemic index of the rice, making it a bit gentler on your blood sugar levels. Some studies even show that properly rinsed rice can have up to 20% less starch impact on blood glucose. That's not nothing. So next time, treat that rice like it just came back from the gym. Rinse it until it's clean and lean. Stick around, because what we're diving into next can actually turn your rice into a healing food. Just missing the top 5. Number 6 is a total game changer. Vinegar. Yep, that humble bottle of apple cider vinegar sitting in the back of your pantry. It might be your new best friend. Adding a tablespoon of vinegar to your rice, either while cooking or as a drizzle afterward, may help reduce the glycemic response of your meal. According to a study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition, vinegar can reduce post-meal blood sugar levels by as much as 20 to 30%. Why does this work? It slows down the emptying of food from your stomach and increases insulin sensitivity. In plain English, your body doesn't freak out with a sugar surge. A splash of vinegar on your rice may not just protect your pancreas, it could make the meal taste a little tangy and exciting too. Still think vinegar is just for salad? Hang tight, because what comes next adds actual fiber armor to your rice. Coming in hot at number 5, this one will blow your mind. Ever tried mixing lentils with your rice? If you haven't, you're seriously missing out on one of the easiest ways to guard against blood sugar spikes. Lentils are packed with soluble fiber and plant-based protein, both of which are scientifically proven to slow the digestion of carbs. A study from the University of Guelph found that when people ate rice mixed with lentils, their blood sugar response dropped by a whopping 20 to 35% compared to rice alone. Not only do lentils add a chewy texture and earthy taste, but they also make your rice dish more balanced. Think of them as the bodyguard standing at the door of your bloodstream, stopping sugar from rushing in all at once. Try mung dal, brown lentils, or even chickpeas. Your taste buds will love the variety, and your blood sugar will thank you. Now listen, if you're loving this breakdown so far and you want more healing, tasty ways to live better without giving up what you love, do me a favor. Smash that follow button for Timeless Cures and stick around for part 2. It only gets better from here. All right, let me throw a little twist your way. What if I told you a spoonful of coconut oil could turn your carb-heavy rice into a more blood sugar-friendly dish? Sounds like voodoo science, right? But buckle up. This is one of those hacks that seems made up until you see the numbers. When you cook rice with about a teaspoon of coconut oil, something magical happens in the pot. The oil interacts with the starch and causes it to change structure. This chemical change actually increases what we call resistant starch. And no, resistant starch isn't about fighting back in a Marvel movie. It's about resisting digestion. The more resistant starch your rice has, the slower your body breaks it down. Slower breakdown equals slower sugar release. Researchers at the College of Chemical Sciences in Sri Lanka tested this trick and found that it could reduce rice's calories by up to 60% and significantly reduce its glycemic impact. I know what you're thinking. Where has this tip been all my life? Right? Imagine enjoying your favorite rice dish without the looming guilt trip of a glucose spike. So next time you're cooking rice, toss in a bit of coconut oil and see the difference. And just wait till you hear what's sliding into our top 3 next. You're going to want to stick around because number 3 is the kind of game changer that dietitians don't talk about often, but maybe they should. Now hold up, you might be thinking, leftover rice? Really? Yes, really. Because cold rice is basically rice's cooler, more blood sugar-friendly twin. Here's the scoop. When you cook rice and let it cool for at least 12 hours in the fridge, the starches undergo a transformation called retrogradation. Fancy word, simple idea. It boosts resistant starch. When you reheat that cold rice, guess what? It retains that lower glycemic effect. You're essentially hacking the rice's chemistry. It's like turning a fast-acting carb into a slow-release carb without sacrificing taste. And if you combine this with the coconut oil trick, you're practically making rice a health food. Plus, who doesn't love the idea of meal prepping and helping your blood sugar at the same time? It's economical, efficient, and surprisingly beneficial. Bonus, it pairs perfectly with herbs, veggies, and lean proteins. You can even make it a part of a blood sugar-stable meal bowl. So next time you cook rice, don't rush to serve it hot. Let it chill, reheat, and savor the magic. And speaking of magic, what's in our number 2 slot is something most people think they're doing wrong, but they're actually close to nailing it. Keep watching. P.S. If you're loving these smart, science-backed hacks, go ahead and hit that follow button. This is Timeless Cures, where we make your everyday meals a path to natural healing. What if I told you when you eat, your food matters just as much as what you eat? Sounds dramatic, but the science is clear. The order in which you eat your meal can drastically change your body's blood sugar response. It's called food sequencing. And rice, it should never come first. Here's the hack. Start your meal with fiber-rich vegetables. We're talking leafy greens, cucumbers, carrots, even okra or sautéed spinach. When you eat fiber first, it acts like a slow-down wall inside your intestines. It slows down how fast sugar and starch are absorbed into your bloodstream. Basically, it's like putting a traffic cop in your gut. Studies from Weill Cornell Medical College have shown that starting meals with veggies can reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes by as much as 30 to 50%. That's not a minor dip. That's a full-on roller coaster leveling out. So build your plate smart. Begin with your greens, follow with proteins, and let rice be the final act. Your blood sugar will thank you. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Our number 1 trick to enjoy rice without the sugar crash. Get ready. Cue the drum roll because taking the crown at number 1 is the mighty, misunderstood powerhouse, protein. You heard me. If you're going to indulge in that fluffy white mountain of rice, you better bring a protein buddy to the party. Chicken, fish, beans, eggs, anything with protein can make a night and day difference. So what makes protein so magical? It slows gastric emptying. Translation, it takes longer for food to leave your stomach, which means carbs are absorbed more gradually, leading to a more stable blood sugar response. When you pair rice with protein, you're creating a balance that keeps your insulin and energy in check. In fact, clinical trials have shown that when people eat protein before or with carbohydrates, their post-meal blood sugar spikes are significantly lower. That's right, less energy crash, more long-lasting fuel. So the next time you're eyeing that plate of jollof rice or fried rice, don't eat it solo. Bring along some grilled chicken, hard-boiled eggs, or beans. Your taste buds win. Your pancreas wins. Everybody wins. And there you have it. 7 simple, powerful hacks to enjoy rice without compromising your health. But don't go just yet. The conclusion ties everything together, and you won't want to miss it. Let's face it, rice is more than food. For many of us, it's culture, comfort, tradition. But the truth is, unchecked blood sugar can steal our energy, focus, and long-term health. The good news? You don't have to give it up. You just have to get smart about it. From choosing the right rice, cooling it down, adding coconut oil, to pairing it with protein, these aren't gimmicks. They're small changes that could make a massive difference. The science is real. The solutions are simple. And the results? Life-changing. So go ahead, love your rice. But love your body more by being intentional with how you prepare and eat it. And hey, if you learned something new today or smiled once during this video, do me a favor. Subscribe to Timeless Cures. This channel is all about healing with wisdom, and I'm so glad you're here. If this helped you rethink your rice game, don't keep it to yourself. Hit like, share it with a friend, and drop a comment telling me which trick you'll try first. And of course, subscribe to Timeless Cures so we can continue this health journey together. Your journey to better health is already in motion, just one grain at a time.